Welcome back to the Zero Check Podcast. This is our third episode of Zero Check Nights, where we are running the Starfinder 2nd Edition Playtest adventure, A Cosmic Birthday. Welcome back, everyone. Woo!
Which is not a low-stakes, goofy birthday party where we gather influence points.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be donning mascot costumes and go into a children's Skittermander birthday party. Come to find out there's a god being born within the molten core of a planet or something, I think.
Yeah, and it just so happens that Hank, you got a critical success on that. So you just kind of knew and put all the pieces together to figure that out. But yeah, the cover of this adventure does lead itself to, looking, really cutesy and, oh yeah, we're going to go to a birthday with cake and ice cream and balloons and happy fun stuff. But it turns out this is a different kind of cosmic birthday.
I'll edit that together.
I don't think you should.
I'll make it one word. Don't worry.
Well, so we're playtesting, and I have to say the throughput of the operative is appealing right now.
Yes. Get used to that.
So before we get started, guys, as usual, I got an agenda here. It has a couple items on it. I think the first one is clicking the Discord button in our episode descriptions. If you want to join the Discord, ask us questions, chat about the episode, talk about Kingmaker or Starfinder.
Yeah, I don't understand the last two episodes we've talked about the Discord. Nobody's joined. I don't understand why nobody's interested.
Donnie, we got to post those.
Oh, maybe that's nobody's heard them. Nobody's heard them yet.
The second item here is the Blue Chew bubble gum. Kind of a bad thing. I was typing in Blue Chew and something came up in the returns. It turns out Blue Chew is a company that does dick pills.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. And so we're going to retcon the Blue Chew and we'll call it Blue Star Chew. I don't know if anybody.
I'm not remembering this gum at all.
It was in the subway. Like we were riding the subway, and that was the only thing that. Yeah,
it was a commercial that came on during the subway ride.
That wasn't in the module.
To Little Akaton. No, that is not in the module.
I thought because I see that on my Instagram all the time. I don't know why. Maybe it's trying to tell me something, but and I thought you were making a joke with it. Like I was like,
no, I was not making a joke. I learned this earlier today, and then I was like, fuck, we're
Chris
recording.
Doesn't do social media that much.
Yeah, I don't do social media.
I was ignorant.
So yeah, that's now called Blue Star Chew. I don't think we need to vote on it. I approve it. The hammer down. And then third, let's anyone have any comments on the playtest so far? How their classes are working out? Anything glaringly weird you see poking out?
Yeah, look, I had some high damage rolls last time. D8 and the D6 and the D4 together. I mean, okay, I can deal up to 10 damage in a shot. That's not always going to happen, but I one shot a little goblin thing, last time, and between that and the expert proficiency on firearms, it kind of seems like. I wouldn't be surprised if some of that changed for the release.
I think on a smaller note, one of the things I noticed is Chris made a comment on like, oh, it's a 1D10 rifle for the Seeker rifle, and just kind of doing some research. And I think in Starfinder, the 1st edition, it was a one shot. Then you had to reload every shot, and it was a 1D10. But in the way that it's written right now in 2E, it's got 6 shots per magazine and it does 1D10. So
do you think it could just be a typo? Like it's meant to be more an analogy to a crossbow or something?
It could be, but there are some downsides to it. The fact that it is only a 6-round magazine or a 6-shot magazine and it's analog. There are some, and it's a two action reload when you are empty. So
being analog, though, is a good thing, right? Because it can't be hacked. Is there a drawback to analog too?
I think there's things like if you're Technomancer, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone knows, like you can do things to your weapon. And if it's the analog weapon, I don't think that works.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. I have to look more into that, but there were I think there might be some downsides of analog, but yeah, so I'll keep an eye on that. They might put some errata out for it, but I'm just going to continue to shoot things in the head with a 1D10 rifle until Chris tells me I can't.
Yeah, you should. I'm with you.
Mike, and I think part of that thing with the high damage roll that you got, it is kind of RNG, but also the stuff we're fighting at at level 1, I mean, they're not too tough. And if they don't have a lot of HP, they've got something else going for them, like some kind of crazy ability or something else. It just happens that you won initiative on that combat and shot this guy right in the face.
Yeah, it's sort of like fish in a barrel, fireballs toward rooms full of trolls. You know, I've been on the other side of this one. It sucks.
And so that leads us to the final item here, ghost level dungeon crawl. We're just going to jump right in and continue this. So kind of recapping here, you guys entered the ghost levels, defeated the elevator trap, and fought some robots and made your way down this hall and found a couple of heat vent hazards. And Hank, with an excellent move, just vaulted into this room, accidentally triggering the heat vent, taking some damage, but revealing the space station gremlin, and shot him right in the face and took him out. And that's where we find ourselves. Julian and Heelgood are still in the hallway, and Risu and Hank are in this room.
So Hank kind of whirls around and looks for any other combatants for a moment or two, and detecting nothing will wave everyone else in. And I'll continue to seek for traps too, to the extent that they may be around.
Cool. Yeah. So I just unpaused the game in Foundry so you guys can move your tokens kind of into this room. All right. So you guys have, everyone's moved into the room here, kind of toward the south. To the west, you see kind of a short little hallway. And at the end of that is a door. The room is much larger toward the north with some other stuff up there, and then also another door up to the north.
Well, unless someone beats Hank to it, he'll check the corpse of the little gremlin that he killed.
Have at it. Searching the gremlin. The inventory tab shows nothing, but his picture shows him carrying a large wrench. So yeah, he has a large, looks like a monkey wrench.
Hank turns on his camera and he's like, look at what I found on this guy. He came out of nowhere, shot him in the face, and he's got a wrench. I don't know what it all means. Hank out. He cuts the video.
Hank, just two things. A, like we don't have to kill everything we see. I understand why we did it this time. Two, we don't record ourselves murdering things just in case, right? It like just an idea. I want Hank to do it, but
self-defense.
There you go. Otherwise we need proof. You're right. I want to see if Hank can convince Dr. Heelgood to be a conspiracy theorist with you.
I think that I should be recording more. This footage will exonerate us.
True. All right. You sold me. Let's do this.
Julian is going to kind of nod to Risu. Okay, let's check that next door.
Risu just kind of stares at Hank and walks by him.
Yeah, so as Heelgood and Hank are discussing recording or potentially, self-incriminating evidence, Julian and Risu are moving down the hallway, and you come to a door.
Looking for traps,
seeking, all that stuff.
All of that stuff.
Just searching and seeking and looking.
So since you announced it, go ahead and make an active perception check to seek.
Ooh, I can do that. Perception.
Risu rolls a 23.
Yeah, that beats what I got.
23. So you don't detect any traps or hazards in this hallway. When you come to the door, you find that it is locked. And in fact, with that 23, you can tell that the door is locked from the other side, the inside.
Risu's going to knock on it.
Oh, that's polite.
You knock on the door?
Yeah.
Yep. Hello? We've locked ourselves in here.
Open the door.
Are you the maintenance crew?
I am not the maintenance.
You can force the door open. You can try an athletics check.
Well, I'm just saying, would like to talk to them through the...
Risu's not the guy to talk to anybody.
Right.
That's why I was just like, open the door.
Julian's going to ask, who's in there?
My name is Tawanka, the tour guide. At your service. Are you the maintenance crew here to save us?
Yes, we are. I will lie.
You'll lie. Okay, make a deception roll there.
The 12 on the die for a 19.
19. That is a success. So, once you say that you kind of announce that you are the maintenance crew here to save them. You hear a little click from the other side of the door, and then the door opens.
Very nice.
And what it reveals is a short little Skittermander looking dude.
Aww, pink. Little guy.
Pink.
He's got a little pink fur.
And
Julian will kind of shoulder his rifle and stick out a hand. It's like, hi, I'm Julian Gingerbeer the 18th. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir. Can you help restore the power? I'm trying to help out, and if you guys are trying to help out, we can all help out together.
Sounds good. I'm just security for this crew. I'll have my tech, Hank, help you with that.
Yes. And he stands up straight. Hank will proceed through. Where's the panel? What you got? Where do you need me? He asks the Skittermander.
So as you guys are kind of moving down the hallway and into this room, light streams through the door. As you didn't force it open. You negotiated a way for them to unlock it into this small 10 by 25 foot room. In the near corner, a commercial-grade flashlight is deck-taped to the wall and provides bright light. In the opposite corner of the room stands a tall ladder leading up. It smells a bit like a sewer in here, but that's not what gets your attention. It's the tiny little Skittermanger, and then also 10 other creatures in here, spread out and hunkered down across the room from various ancestries. So yeah, there's this Skittermander who you were talking to, and then kind of scattered throughout the room, there's 10 other dudes.
This is like a 5x2 rooms. I mean, it's going to be pretty packed in here, right?
Yeah, it smells.
Yeah, it's 10 by 25. So yeah, there's a what looks to be a Sheeran family. So three adults with 2 larval containers. There's an adolescent Patra and a Vesk, and then there are 2 floating Barathus.
Whoa!
So kind of a mixed bunch in here.
Now, the Barathu, they were not a core ancestry in Starfinder 1, but they are, I guess, in this edition. I don't really know much about them, though.
I don't either, except that they're floating telepathic kind of beings that are a playable character. Haven't read too much into them.
Hank is like, sir, ma'am, nice to see y'all. Don't mind the camera. It's just for my own protection. He's got his body cam going. Where do you need me? What's going on here? What can I do to help?
Yeah, and kind of Tawanka steps forward and she's like, well, I was down here lending a helping hand by showing this friendly group here some more of the remote maintenance quarters as part of my station famous haunted Absalom station tour. When this kind of power surge happened, the lights went out and we all shared a haunting encounter. A tentacle figure flashed through our minds, but only for a brief second. And when its presence left us, we were left here in these unfamiliar corridors. After kind of wandering around a bit, my group asked if this was all part of the tour. But I wanted to put their minds at ease and say that it was, but I can't tell a lie. And in good spirit, I couldn't do that. So we just kind of hunkered down here and we're waiting for the maintenance crew.
Well, glad we could show up.
She's just gonna ask the Skittermander if the panel box is up the ladder.
I really don't know where the panel box is. It seems to affecting all these corridors. We don't think it's in this room.
He's gonna head over to the ladder.
I think while he's doing that, Julian's gonna kind of talk to the group and say, look, the elevators are out right now, so even if I could escort you out the hall towards the elevator, there's nothing you can do. So I would recommend we all hang tight here until we get the power back on and you can get back up to the surface.
Yeah, and frankly, we're totally lost and could use some help finding that working elevator. Instead of waiting here, can we come with you? We've gathered supplies, and hopefully these will help us. And the Skittermanger produces 4 commercial med patches and 4 commercial hypopens.
Oh.
And then she kind of throws in one more thing. I've also got the tour ticket fees in an escrow account back at the office that the group has agreed to give anyone that helps us back to the surface.
Happy to help you back to the surface, but we kind of run as a smaller, tight crew just for these corridors being so tight, and I don't want to have too many people, especially kids and non-trained personnel following us around. But we'll happily take some of the gear that'll help us along through this adventure or this process.
Yeah. Let us get the elevators back online, then we'll take you to them.
Right. It's a great idea.
Yeah, and after kind of pondering this does make sense to the Skittermanger. They've encountered some other stuff down here, and they think it's better. They're just worried that you're gonna leave them there. So that's kind of why she wants to come with you.
Why don't you take Dr. Heelgood as collateral?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't think that's a great idea.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah. Well, what if Hank would ask what they've encountered down here?
We're trying to work our way through the maze back to familiar territory, but we were chased down by some corrupted hollow ads. And then this gremlin chased us. So we took refuge here in the maintenance room.
I see.
Well, Hank here is taking care of that gremlin for you. And here, if you hand me your data pad, I can draw you a map back to the elevator, and you'll probably see when the power comes back on. Either you can head there yourself, or we'll come back and escort you guys there.
Yeah, and she kind of takes your map there and makes a copy of it on her own holopad.
Do we touch pads like iPads?
You kind of fist bump and exchange data. Yeah, she says we'll wait here.
Oh, wait. Okay.
What? So you said 4 med patches, and what else did they have for supplies?
4 med patches and 4 hypo pens.
4 hypo pens. I don't know what those do. But
I think one is like a potion, and one is like remove certain conditions.
Scroll, I think, kind of.
Okay.
So also in this room are those 10 other people.
Does Hank want to shake him down for a coin?
No, he's chill with them. He just goes, y'all sit tight. You stay here. I'm going to go figure out what's what with my friends here, and we'll be back.
All right. Well, there's a ladder here. Did we want to check that out? Kind of clear this
move it up.
Okay.
Yeah. It sounds like Risu's hitting the ladder first. Hank will follow him up.
Okay.
Risu, she was just trying to get out. There's too many people in the room for him. He's not ready to be around that many people.
Needed some space. Yeah. So at this ladder, it's pretty normal ladder. Go ahead and make an athletics check to get up there. The DC's pretty low.
Shit.
At this point, I will describe Hank's physique. It's not good. He's got kind of that, he's got like a How the Grinch Stole Christmas Grinch belly kind of situation, you know, where he's thin otherwise, plus 0 to athletics, but a 16 on the die for a 16 total athletics check to climb that ladder.
Yeah, so Risu, with that 20, that is a critical success. So in one action, you can make it all the way up the ladder and onto the platform here.
Nice.
A rickety metal ladder provides access to this catwalk platform. Metal scaffolded walkways to the north and west lead off of this platform. As soon as you step on it, a small box on the floor about the size of a comm unit unfolds into a 6-legged turret. And I need Risu to make a perception check.
I mean, it's not good what you've described.
Wait, that's me? Did I roll?
Yep. Yeah, with the perception.
You did it private, Bill.
Okay, yeah, so that came straight to me. So you rolled a 10 on the die plus 5 for a 15 total.
Nice.
So 15, you're not sure where this came from. You just saw it basically spring out of a box on the floor as soon as you climbed the ladder and stepped into this room. A couple other things you see. Both of these catwalk, corridor, hallway looking things are a couple of creatures that kind of peer around the edges, and they take aim and begin to fire at you, as well as the turret. So I'm going to show you some pictures here of these guys.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Don't like this.
Show players. Ooh. So yeah, there's one each of these.
Cat people.
Yeah, they look to be Yosoki. They're little mouse or rat looking dudes. And then the turret here, that's just a turret. It's kind of like a trap hazard.
Does he have a giant ninja star on his back?
Looks that way.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Shit, fire.
This is where Risu dies.
And I forgot to ask it, but for sure, it's time to roll initiative here.
Oh
my gosh.
We've got Risu who climbed the ladder up into this platform with the other characters still down in the maintenance room with the Skittermander and her 10 tourists. All right, Risu, what'd you get?
No, I rolled an 8.
8 total?
Yeah, I rolled an 8. 8 total.
Feel good.
Heelgood rolled a 10 total.
10 total. Julian.
Put a 3 on the die for an 11.
Oh man, these are fantastic initiative checks.
19 total.
19 total. So Hank, with that 19, you are first to act.
So I jumped the gun and rolled an athletics check too early on this. I have a 16. Can I use that roll to climb this ladder, or what's my action economy looking like? How quickly can I get up the ladder?
Yeah, so normally with a climb check, I believe it's 5 feet with success, and then you can move double that on a critical success. Okay. It's a ladder, so the DC is pretty low. That 16 is a crit success, so you can definitely make it up the ladder in one action.
Well, can would I need both hands empty to climb the ladder, or can I have a pistol in one hand as I climb? I'm betting I need. Let me just look at climb.
I hate to say it, but I think we're starting without weapons right now.
Yeah. Oh, well, sure. All right. Well,
so yeah, you've got both hands free at this point, so you can easily make it up the ladder in one action.
I will approach the ladder for my first action. I will climb the ladder as my second action. And in order to take some of the pressure off of Risu, as my third action, I will move into the room and see now that once I get up the ladder, I'm in Risu's square. I will shift to Risu's right and stand shoulder to shoulder with him as my third action. And that'll end my turn.
Nice. So you've moved up the ladder and kind of in the room. It's good. You can't share a square, so it's either that or kind of push him out of the way. All right, that brings us to the turret's turn. So the turret, when it popped out of its box, it sprouted these like 6 legs. So it's kind of got this spidery looking legs to it, and it starts moving across the floor. It moves towards you. So it comes forward and it is right in front of Risu and Hank. And out of the turret, it blasts this bluish cold vapor at you.
Oof.
And I need you guys to make a reflex save.
Both of us?
Yes.
I don't know. My streak continues. I rolled an 18 for a total of a 27.
Ooh,
27. That's a crit success.
Go, Hank.
I rolled a 15 for a total of 22.
22 is a regular success. So, Hank, you nimbly dodge out of this cone of kind of frost vapor that the turret is shooting at you. And Risu, you will take half damage here. You will take 2 cold damage. And I've applied it to your guy there. That will end the turret's turn. That brings us to Julian.
I did the same thing as Mike, and I preemptively rolled an athletics check, and I put a 2 on the die for a total of 2. So my first turn is going to move up to the ladder. Second turn is to probably fail that climb.
Yeah, so for a 2 total, that is definitely a failure. Even on this simple ladder, it's just, you just can't quite, like, I don't know, you try to grip. I think your tail gets in the way of like a handhold when you grab your tail instead of the ladder there. So you've got 1 action left.
It happens. It's okay.
That's embarrassing.
It is kind of embarrassing. So on our screen, I'm assuming I don't have a visual, a sight line on these yet.
No, right up against that ladder, you can kind of tell that there's a ledge up there, and you can see kind of Risu's like behind a bit. Right, but that's it.
Can I see where Hank is?
Not really. He's around the corner there.
So knowing that I only have 1 turn left, I'm going to back away from the ladder so that Heelgood can climb it, knowing that I won't be able to make it up to the top of the ladder. And I couldn't stand there anyway because Risu is kind of blocking the top. So I'm going to take a step back.
Yep. So Julian steps back. All right. That'll bring us to the Yusoki, who is in the southwest corridor here. He raises his rifle and takes aim at Risu and fires off a shot. So with his first attack, this ghost courier, he misses Risu, and he's just going to take another shot at you. That second shot's even worse. It kind of clangs off the side of the turret and just ricochets down. Totally misses you.
We're catching some nice breaks here.
Yeah, we really are.
With his third action, this guy's going to take cover against the wall. So we're going to give him some cover there. Next up is Heelgood. You're still down in the maintenance room with the tour group.
So he's going to, first action, he's going to run up here to the ladder, and he can see Risu. For his second action, he's actually going to reach up and he's going to smack Risu. Could he, well, how high up is he?
It's a 10-foot ladder, so you can't quite reach him.
Oh, he wouldn't. Not by touch. So instead, he's going to slap Julian on the shoulder and telepathically tell him, "You got this, man. You'll be good." And he's gonna give you reorient, so you can't be made off guard if somebody should try.
Oh, fantastic!
And then with his third action, he looks up and he's like, "Hey, Risu, I hope you can handle this." And he casts cellular stimulant on Risu.
Oh, whoa.
And
so yes, that's the blue chew.
Exactly. Yes. So let's talk about this. And I guess you could roll a save against this if you decide you didn't want it, but you vitalize and stimulate the target at a cellular level, giving them a temporary burst of energy that unfortunately takes an exhausting toll. The target attempts a fortitude save. It may choose to fail. If the target fails, it gains the quicken condition and can use an extra action to stride or strike. After that round ends, the target becomes fatigued until they can rest for 10 minutes. So it's a DC 17 fortitude save if you decide you didn't want to do it.
I'll take it.
But yeah, you'll get an extra attack for one round, basically.
Nice. So Risu is quickened, giving him an extra action that can either be used to attack or stride. With this, it brings us to the guy up in the north hallway. He does the same thing that his buddy did. He raises that rifle, takes aim at Risu, and he fires off a shot. He's put a 16 total on that, which totally misses. He'll do another shot here. That will definitely miss as well with a 9. That's just not good enough. And he will also take cover against the wall in his hallway.
Well, first episode, or maybe it was the second one, you guys were pressing something that was giving you natural 20s the whole time. Like, why aren't we just using that button?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it again.
I hotkeyed it somewhere and I don't remember where.
And finally, that brings us to Risu at the bottom of the round.
Let's go, Risu.
So Risu's been standing at the top there. He got sprayed with something by the turret and he's a little disoriented. But these guys shooting at him, they're like shooting at him. He's just kind of moving a little bit out of the way, kind of just like inches just so the stuff goes by him. And he's going to look at the guy in the north and he's going to move to him to close the distance so he's not within range. He's going to leave Hank to deal with the turret. And then I'm going to call my weapon into being, my solar weapon. I'm going to whack this dude.
Nice. Go for it.
Whack-a-whack-a. Strike. There it is. Roll.
What'd you get on the die?
Oh, sorry. I rolled a 19 plus 7 for a total of
26.
Nice job.
That critically hits this guy.
Oh, my God.
I'm about to critically hit him, too.
Bye-bye.
16 damage.
Good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of weapon are you hitting him with? Like, is it
It's my solar weapon. It's just something I summoned. I think Chris and I made it a spear.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's right, the Spear of Destiny.
Really, as soon as you roll initiative, your is it your Nimbus or what is it?
It's just my solar
your name's
weapon.
Confused.
It's the solar. It just says solar weapon. And let's look at it.
Your solar manifestation, just like it manifests.
Yes.
And appears in your hand.
Yes, it's a solar weapon.
So because you're quickened.
Oh, I get another turn.
Yeah, because you're quickened, you still have 2 actions left.
Oh my God.
Is this dude dead?
Step up
yeah,
and
he's
kill
dead.
the other one.
All right, so I'm going to move. Is that one action? I get down to this dude. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on. Just walk up and take him out too.
So I'm going to come here. I can attack at this angle, right?
Yeah, so after taking out the guy in the north, you use your third action to move south to get into melee with the other courier right next to the ghost turret as well.
And that's with map, right?
Yeah, with map, you can make your 4th action a strike.
Oh, there it is. And it's a hard one on the die.
Oh, no.
Oh, one.
All right.
That's a critical fumble. But we're not using the crit and the fumble deck, so you kind of got out of that one. Yeah, so that'll end your turn there. That'll bring us back up to the top and with Hank.
Let's go, Hank.
Go, Hank.
Work.
My gosh. Okay. Well, Risu was kind enough to place the turret into a flank with Hank. And although I don't know if a turret can really be flanked or not, I guess we're going to find out. Hank is going to draw Zippy, which is his semi-auto pistol with silencer on it. That's what he called it, Zippy. And this is what we were talking about last week. His laser pistol is called Zap. And if he ever hits with both of them one after another, that's called giving him the old zippy zap. But he's not going to try to give him the old zippy zap. He's just going to pull out zippy. And I'm going to aim for my second action at this turret. And then I think I'm going to pull the trigger here and try to hit it. But before I do that, I was kind of, it does, you know what though? Actually, I'm looking at this. I'm trying, hang on. I don't know. There's a disable a device action on the computers skill that I'm now seeing. Player core 247. I think maybe I do want to try to disable the turret if I can. Disable a device. It looks like it's a thievery trained action, but that in this case, it's a computer action for Starfinder 2.
Yeah, I think in the computers it's called hack, or you can also use it to reprogram or disable.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at the playtest page 135 under the computers trained actions. It looks like I can use computers to disable a device that's computerized or virtual. So I guess, is this turret computerized? I mean, it looks like it is, but I don't know. What do you think? I guess I should just give it a shot.
Yeah, you can give it a try.
Okay, so I'll still pull Zippy for my first action, but for my second action, using my hacking toolkit, which I actually do have, I'm going to attempt a computers check to disable the device. I guess here I go with my computers check as Hank tries to rip the guts out of this thing. Ooh, total of 16 on that.
16 is high enough. That's a success on your disable device using the computer skill. You are able to reprogram the turret. So right behind kind of the nozzle of where it was shooting out that frost, you find some mechanism that just kind of disables that.
Huh.
And so this turret is now inert.
Wow.
Nice work.
And that was I think that's a 2 action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be my turn. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that frost turret, instead of blasting you guys again this round, it just stands motionless. It does nothing.
Wow.
That brings us to Julian.
Hey, developers, that felt awesome.
Julian is going to wait until Heal Good goes. So he's going to defer his turn because he can't get up that ladder with Heal Good standing there.
You can move through that space.
Can you? And then do?
Yeah, you can kind of climb. I'm not sure what would happen if you failed to climb again, though. We could find out.
All right, so I'm going to move into that space. I'm going to do an athletics check. Can't be any worse than it was last time, right? Right?
I mean, there's a 5% chance that it will be worse.
8, yeah, that is a success. So with that, you kind of move. It's a little rough going, so you kind of make it halfway up the ladder, and the top of your top hat is kind of poking above the platform, so you're halfway up the ladder.
Oh, that's a nice image.
I will do my last action. I will do the last athletics check to hopefully get up this and not fall. There we go. 16.
16. That is a crit success. You kind of leap up the next one. As a cat might, and land not on all fours, but you land up on the top platform there. So that'll bring us to Heal Good.
Yeah, so Heal Good's been put in the sock because he's scared of ladders. He's going to try to climb up.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Okay, so is this a phobia you've got?
Yes, he's got a phobia of heights.
Is there? I see. Ladder. I thought. Okay, so it's heights. I was about to Google what is phobia of ladders called.
No. I mean, it's generally expressed in ladders. Like when he dreams and it's usually a ladder. It manifests itself that, but it's heights in general. Absolutely. So we'll try an athletics check here.
The fear of climbing ladders is called climacophobia.
Well, then more specifically,
that's a hard roll.
There we go. With his -1 modifier to athletics, that is a total of 1.
Yeah, so those kind of that reoccurring dream of, kind of looking over the edge, it kind of occurs to you right there, and you just make no progress on this ladder.
Guys, he telepathically tells you what was it again, Mike? Climacophobia?
Climacophobia.
Guys, I apologize, Mike. I was worried my climacophobia might interfere with our adventuring. Just give me a moment. Let me try to gather myself, and I'll try to get up that ladder.
Julian will kind of say, "Hey, put your hands on first. Hands on
your feet.
It worked.
Dude, what do you do? Why are you trying to take your feet up first? That's silly. Let me try again, guys. Hold on. So you
got this.
Rizu silently thinks that
try again.
He's making up words.
He's making up words. Hey. How about a total of 7?
Total of 7. That's a success. So like Julian, you kind of make it halfway up the ladder.
He gets, and you see a little fist just pop up over, like, he holds it up like, I'm halfway up, guys. I'm so excited.
Oh, wait, he's got more than 2 arms though, right?
Oh, yeah, but he wouldn't use his mating arms for this. That's gross.
That would be, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let's back up there. They have mating arms?
Yeah.
I have mating arms too.
Have we not talked about his mating arms?
We haven't talked about the mating. Wait, when we were bonding, which arms are we holding?
You would never touch his mating arms. No, that would be
you
disgusting.
Ever done anything with your mating arms?
Oh, you've seen them. Like he doesn't like hide them. They're on display.
Are you like a?
Are they shapely?
No.
Chicks dig big mating arms.
No, well, I don't want to get into the specifics in mixed company, but it's it's a situation of like there's things that you would do with them and there's things you wouldn't. They're typically used for like eggs and larvae and other things.
You wouldn't serve tea with them.
You wouldn't serve tea. Yeah. You wouldn't shake hands with them
unless tea is the name of your girlfriend. Then you might serve tea.
Then you would serve tea. Yes. So yeah, but no, yeah. So he's only using his just his normal top 2. And he's up the ladder. He's
just climbing up using his daily drivers.
If he could smile,
0 check nights.
He's chittering happily.
Yeah, with that 10, you make it all the way the rest of the way up the ladder, but there's not really room for you to step off into that space, so you're just kind of hanging out there at the top of the ladder.
Literally the worst thing for somebody with climacophobia.
Just chilling on a ladder.
Oh, we're so educational.
We are. Whose turn is it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think I may have skipped.
I think you skipped your guy.
Did you skip yourself?
Chris
skipped Chris.
I need to give these things like A and B because the module has them named the same thing. So the courier in front of Risu, he is kind of in a pickle here. He can't do much. He sees these guys climbing up the ladder. He is going to take aim at Risu and try to shoot him.
Julian is going to react with a watch out.
Oh.
Julian, what's watch out do?
What does watch out?
So a creature targets an ally within 60 feet with an attack, and you can see both attacker and your ally. You shout a warning to your ally, granting them a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against the triggering attack.
So yeah, that's going to take Risu's AC from 17 to 19, which is pretty high at level 1.
Yeah.
Nice. Which is good because I have the fatigue condition, which brings my AC down 1.
Oh.
But may I also interject because Hank will react with hair trigger. My ranged reactive strike.
Is that overpowered attack of opportunity at ranged when someone else makes a ranged attack?
It might be. Yeah, it might be. I'm going to go ahead. He's zippy. He's going to squeeze off a zippy round at you. I hope this hits.
My gosh.
Is that every player ever? 10 on the die for a total of 19.
19. Yeah. Even with that cover he's taking, that is a hit.
All right. I will. Thank you kindly. I'll roll a d6 of damage. 6 on the die.
6 on the die. Wow. That takes a good chunk out of him. It kind of clips off his ear that you can see around the corner there. So yeah, you took off this guy's ears. And after all those reactions are done, now this guy is going to finish attacking Risu.
Observation: I've never been interrupted by 2 reactions before when running Pathfinder.
Risu's going to react with Nimbus Surge.
Oh my goodness! So Nimbus Surge looks like to trigger that you have to take damage. With this attack, he totally missed you. Yeah, he totally missed you. There's not much else he can do, so he's going to shoot again. And yeah, this time he's also going to miss. In his third action, he is going to fire again.
As he should.
He can't do a whole lot here, and he totally misses.
Oh, well,
take him alive, Hank. Take him alive.
Yeah, you guys want me to take him alive? Well, Hank's not much good for that. Hank has one mode. It's called. I don't know. I don't have a means to do that. I don't think I can do non-lethal damage with one of these weapons.
I think you'd have to go and whack him.
Maybe with an energy weapon you could do non-lethal, but I can't imagine.
Shoot him in the leg.
You could make a citizen's arrest.
Yeah, there are. Looks like there's tech upgrades to give the non-lethal trait to weapons that lack it. but I'm not sure there's a way, like, in Pathfinder, I know you can take a penalty to an attack roll to transition the damage into non-lethal.
Which, if I recall correctly, we talked about with arrows, how you could non-lethally shoot someone with an arrow. But I think it's even more of a question with a
fire, and I could just try and punch you in the face.
It's up. Yeah, I would say Hank should Hank.
That's actually just Bill's plan for a lot of things. He's like, just hold on and I'll punch him in the face.
Just wait, I'll choke him out. Things will be fine.
I don't know, guys. Hank hears, hey, take him alive. So what he's going to do is he's got an empty hand. So he'll resolve a move action toward this Yosoki. And then with his second action, he's going to try to just deliver a left hook, non-lethal, to this guy's face, which I believe a melee attack has the non-lethal trait. So I don't think I'll take a penalty. So I'm just going to do an unarmed strike, non-lethal, at a +7.
Is it a backhand, open fist, close hand?
He's not. He's a righty. So it's a little awkward as he does it. But look, I mean, Hank, there's a certain finesse to him. As you watch him move, he moves a little bit like a pool hall hustler, right? Where he doesn't look like much, but like he's got like this sort of finesse to him. That's a total of an 18 on the attack roll.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 18. Even though he's kind of using that wall for a bit, you kind of reach around and you hit him.
Okay, I'm going to do.
So that'll do a D4, I think.
Yeah, D4 of non-lethal damage. Now, come on, Hank. Let's see here. A total of 3 non-lethal.
3 HP remaining, so you knock his ass to the floor.
Oh my God. This will never be this good again. Hank, this is the highest Hank will ever perform. Hank's like, I got him. I slapped him in the snout.
I don't think you understand. I think eventually the bosses are going to go, Jesus Christ, it's St. Carlotta, like he's Jason Bourne.
So yeah, you guys disabled the frost turret. It kind of recompresses and goes back into its box. You killed one of these couriers and you knocked the other one out with a well-placed, we'll call it a slap from Hank Carlotta.
Hank Fu.
Just walked up and slapped him.
Nice. All right.
Good job, guys. That was all pretty awesome. I'm still at the top of this ladder freaking out a little bit. He's having a little bit of mini panic attack.
Reach down and give you a hand. Kind of. Well, actually, you're at the top, so I'm just going to grab you by your knock sex arms and pull you over.
I think we'll use whatever we have available to us to pin or tie up the surviving courier. Search the bodies as well.
So yeah, these guys in their possession, each one has a med patch. So there's 2 more med patches there, and each one has a laser rifle. So if anyone wants a laser rifle, I'm gonna be a little bit of a jerk on here. Laser rifles are heavy; they're 2 bulk. So as you guys are moving around and acquiring stuff, you can't just haul out every piece of gear that you find. You got to pick and choose because these are.
Can't just swap between 3 swords and 5 bows at will.
No, definitely not.
No, okay.
Unless you're strong and you can carry all that, or you're the soldier who has like extra ability to carry stuff.
Like that's their gimmick, yeah.
You know what I like about Foundry though? I mean, our inventories are tracking bulk. Hank is carrying 1 bulk currently. He's encumbered at 5, so he'll take a laser rifle unless someone else wants it.
Julian will mention to Hank, "Hey, you've got some scratches on you there. Why don't you take one of those med patches and fix yourself up? You're looking a little scraped up there, buddy."
Sure. Yeah. He'll do that for sure. Yeah, I'll take a potion.
Julian will try to revive or wake up this combatant that we have.
Yeah, that's where he'll go over and check if he needed to heal any. Use one of the med patches on him if need be.
Yeah, will you patch Hank up?
Yeah, absolutely. What do those get back?
I think it's like the alchemist healing potion. I think it's a D6, and then you get +1 to some saves.
I'm going to put them in my inventory just to see. Add coins.
So for Hank,
look at that.
6 back for Hank.
Thank you. That fills me up.
Yeah, baby. I got them good heals.
Heal good. Boom, 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 boom.
So yeah, that takes you back to full. And also while you're searching around, you find kind of a stash that they have.
Whoa, what do they got?
In the stash, you find a couple of different things. The first thing you find is a small computer chip. You're not sure what it does. You also find a set of hand wraps that look, pretty well made. Something you typically wouldn't find at the corner store.
Do they have fingers?
They have fingers.
Or are they fingerless?
Fingerless. Any kind of check we can do on these? Yeah.
All right, I'm going to roll a crafting check.
You also find a silver cup of unknown origin, and you think it to be worth 200 credits.
Oh.
So it's like a piece of treasure there. Who's keeping track of the loot?
I'm taking notes on it.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1 on your crafting? Yeah, you do not know. I mean, they look awesome.
I can't do crafting. I can do Arcana or computers.
Yeah, on the computer chip for sure.
I rolled a 16 crafting check on the hand wraps.
Hey,
Donnie with the crit.
natty 20 on the computer check.
So, Hank, you know that these to be tactical hard light hand wraps. So they, if you were to use them with your unarmed attack, they would gain the tracking trait. So you would get +1 to your attack. Tactical hard light hand wraps.
I like the idea of Hank wrapping his hands up before he goes to punch somebody. God, did you hurt maybe you hurt your hand smacking that dude and you're like, I need those hand wraps.
That sounds fitting for Hank to have, but I'm happy to roll against other people that might want tactical hard, whatever they are, hand wraps.
What do they call? I'm sorry. What was the bonus? I was just writing it down.
They give you the tracking trait. Tracking 1.
Tracking 1.
Tracking is like Starfinder potency.
Sure. I think Julian would pass off those to. I mean, he could definitely use them, but I think Hank will get the better use out of them.
And Heelgood, you're able to identify the computer chip as a Sonic Scream spell chip.
What?
So these are interesting. A spell chip you're able to insert into a computer, even a portable one like your comm unit, and it essentially acts like a wand.
Oh, really?
So if Sonic Scream is on your spell list, you can put this chip into your comm unit and use it as a wand. You can cast that spell once per day. You can also overcharge it with similar rules as what a wand would use.
Cool. Yeah, I need to look more into those, but that's I don't know if that one's on my spell list or not. But
so yeah, this is a Sonic Scream spell chip at first level.
It's arcane, occult, and primal.
Okay, so yeah.
You unleash a painfully rapid cone of vibrations by letting out a cathartic scream, dealing a D8 sonic damage to creatures in the area. Creature that fails at saving throws becomes sickened 1. Basic fortitude save.
So yeah, that's what you guys find.
All right. So are we going to, I don't want to say interrogate.
I'll question him.
So yeah, you've got this unconscious Yosoki here, and then a couple of different paths. They're kind of these catwalk platforms that are above the main level of this area.
I think I'd like to wake this guy up, and I don't know if Heelgood can come over. So we've got him tied up or pinned down, maybe tied to one of the railings there. Heelgood can just give him a little bit of a love tap heal, or
I can just slap him.
I can do a medicine check on him too.
Yeah, do a medicine check.
Yeah, medicine would definitely kind of revive him there.
I can do that. 17 on the die for a 23.
Yeah, that's a success. So you patch him up a bit and you revive him. Wait, why am I tied up? Why are you guys here taking our stuff?
Why are you here?
We're down here salvaging, finders keepers. What are you doing? Get out of here. Let me go.
You just gonna fire at people when they come up the ladder there? There's children down there.
You're coming right for me, trying to take my stuff. I have a right to defend myself.
Oh, no, he is right about that, guys.
Hank.
So yeah, this guy, he's down here salvaging stuff.
Are there more of you?
Yeah, my partner, but you dispatched him real quick. And I don't know what you did to my robot, but he's broken too. I expect to be compensated.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I'm going to throw you off this scaffolding.
What else what other areas have you explored? Where have you been?
Really, we were down here and something really weird happened. This tentacle monster thing flashed into my brain and we found ourselves kind of ripped through some kind of portal here. We still had our stuff with us, but we don't recognize this area.
So you've just been here. You haven't been anywhere else in this area?
No. We heard some commotion coming down the ladder, and we've been scouting them out. It looks like they had some stuff that we could take from them, but there's like 10 of them down there, and there's just 2 of us with our robot. So we left them alone.
Down the ladder, you're saying? To the north of me? Okay.
Yeah, he's talking about the tourist group.
Feelgood totally sympathizes with the ladder keeping them from where they want to be. But so did they say that
the ladder was more of a challenge than
exactly.
than those 2 guys in the turret?
Did they say they got pulled here through a portal?
Yeah, it must have been a portal or some kind of rift.
Well, where were you before?
We're on Absalom Station.
I mean, you're still on Absalom Station. Kind of in it.
I don't know if anyone else has any objection. I think Julian will disarm him.
What are we going to do with him?
Tell him to just make his way, if he doesn't have any weapons on him, like he's pretty...
Toss him down the ladder.
Yeah. I say we tie him up, keep him bound, and put him with the tourist group.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, like, was the Skittermander, was he armed, or was she armed? He or she?
No, all they had were flashlights. They had flashlights, and the Sheeran kind of family group, they had cameras hanging around their necks, analog cameras.
Tourists.
Julian, I guess, will kind of yell down to the Skittermander, hey, you're going to go with a laser rifle.
That looks really heavy for me. I don't know. That's not very helpful.
Okay.
I wouldn't use that to help people.
We're going to send this guy down there. He's tied up. He can't do anything.
Is there another closet somewhere? Like, is there a closet or something that room we could stick him in?
Yeah, I'm sure you could stash him in the corner. And kind of at this, the 2 adolescents, I guess you'd say. One is a Patra and a Vesk. They're like, yeah, we'll look after that guy.
Okay.
Feelgood's like, they might kick the shit out of that guy when we leave here. Just letting you know. Like, I just want to let you guys know that could happen.
Yeah. So, sorry about kind of fudging through that RP. There is no guidance in the book for capturing these guys. I think they assume you take them out, but you're left with a path to the north and a path to the west. There's also some ladders that lead up from another area below to the west. So a couple of different options for you guys to go.
Yeah, but I just want to go back over what we I think learned here, that like they don't know what was going on right down here. So, and then they
pulled in from somewhere else
when they saw the flash. Where were we when we saw the flash? Were we in the elevator?
Yeah, you guys were in the elevator. So right before it started plummeting,
that's when we saw.
You kind of had this vision.
Interesting.
Was the tour group down here touring this area, or were they pulled from somewhere else
that's a good point.
Into this area?
That is weird. Why would they be down here touring?
I mean, yeah, you could ask some of the tourists that.
Yeah. So I think I'll look at the Sheeran group and be like, Hylux be with you. What are you guys? What do you guys? Were you guys touring this station or this area when this happened? Yeah,
and so kind of telepathically. Back, the male, his spoken name's Bob.
What's up, Bob?
I brought the family on this modest tour as a small kind of mini vacation. Where then his partner Linda butts in. That's because your crappy job doesn't pay you enough for a vacation off station.
Linda.
And then their host that has kind of the two larval containers with him. He kind of chimes in and audibly clicks in agreement. So yeah, he was here, just kind of on a tour.
But were they touring this weird ghost level, or were they touring just like Absalom Station Lore Spire Complex and got teleported down here? Or do they know?
He doesn't know.
I let him know that his larvae are really cute, and thank you for the information.
What is he wearing, like a ghost hat? Like a hat, like a really goofy looking hat with a ghost on it, like for the tour?
No, but aside from the campers, they all have matching shirts.
Okay.
They have fanny
like
packs.
family
You don't want to get
shirt.
lost. Yeah, you want to be able to ID your family for a while, especially if you're Sheeran and you all look alike.
If found, return to Click Clack. And then the other guy has a shirt on that says, I'm Click Clack.
And then
Julian
the Sheeran share story about, no, you never get used to the weird mouth teeth they have. It's weird, I know, but you just learn to tune it out, I guess.
But yeah, if you want to ask any of the other people, they might know something. Or
well, yeah. What does the tour leader say? I mean, my impression was that they were doing some tour of these ghost levels.
Yeah, that's
but
what
now I'm not so sure.
Tawanka? Oh, is that his name? Tawanka.
Like, I'm worried that like we went through some type of dimensional.
All of a sudden, activity. I'm not so sure I'm on Absalom Station anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Is there like a Find My iPhone on the comm unit where it's like, hey guys, wait a second. It's not where we were before.
So after you're done talking to the Sheeran, and I guess you turn around and ask Tawanka, the Skittermander, kind of what'd you ask again?
Well, I want to know if their experience matches the Yosoki's experience, where were they touring down here in the ghost level somehow, or were they like just touring Absalom Station and then got teleported down here?
We were touring some of the maintenance areas under Absalom Station, kind of down below the main level in the spire as you go down the spire. So we were down here. So these look familiar, but they don't really, they don't register with me. It seems like a different area of the station. And then kind of as she's explaining that, the Barathu, they kind of, not like they kind of invade your mind, but it's telepathy, right? When they're communicating. Yeah. And in unison, both of them go, before joining a conglomerate, we wanted to tour the station's haunted sites. Our shared love of the show Ghost Adventures, streaming on Absalom Plus, brought us to Tawanka's tours. We believed what happened was some kind of trans-dimensional energy surge that phased our group into this place.
Wow.
So they are big fans of the Ghost Adventure show, and that they think it's kind of a phase rift that ripped you to this area.
Interesting.
And Heelgood would,
but they think it's the same. I mean, it's Absalom Station. It's just a different level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heelgood would ask Hank, "Does this check out?"
Oh my God!
I think he plucks the camera off his vest. And he kind of goes into selfie mode with him and Heelgood, and he sets up the shot like he's thinking he's going to cut this into like a YouTube video or something, eventually. And he's like, yeah, hey, say that again to me,
Telepathically, he goes, Hank.
He just asked me if he thinks that I agree with these Baranthians over here, that this, and the truth is I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if something even crazier is going on with this. I'm not sure, but hey, hang on, Heelgood, I'm glad you asked me, man. But he plucks the camera right back on his vest.
Yeah. Heelgood's impressed. Hey, everything Hank's been talking about so far has been checking out. Like, he's kind of like, this guy's